Agit Nechevra, thank you for clicking on this video and wanting to watch this episode. Just want to give a small awareness that there is a topic mentioned in this podcast that it could be possibly triggering to some. So I want to make that awareness. Ob de kennst das nicht handeln, belangst du nicht du, that kind of situation. And as always, my goal is to bring positivity to the world, to show how people took their lives and made it better, how they stood up to wrongdoing, or how they just made a beautiful, positive life out of something, whether it's their success or courage that they had. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and thank you for being here. Ich mache noch besetzen, sehen Sie, wie es geht. Ich habe meinen eigenen Producer. Sometimes habe ich meinen Bruder oder etwas.
Ich habe gesehen, von Schie brachte der beim Puran und das.
Ja.
Hast du schon mal gehabt?
Ja. Es geht. Es ist.
Ja, der geht. Ich habe gesagt, das geht auch.
Ich auch, by the way. Sehr interessant. Du hast geht the self-help one?
Ja, der von dem redder.
Ja.
Ist... Ich habe mich echt gefragt bei einem meiner kleinen psychedelics. Ich getan, also ich kann Fingen wir hier und kamen nicht in divorce, wieso kann ich an opinion? Ich habe meine Idee, but I don't understand it even. Right? Wieso kann ich viel reden? Ich kamen nicht in a book about the drastic. How can I speak about older people, how they feel?
Well, divorce, ich halte es so scary.
It's scary, but...
Like whatever happens, it's bis ja gewähne love oder nicht. Es ist der ganze Durchgang von es ist sehr scary, in my opinion.
It's scary auch for the part. Okay, but let's say somebody was married for like years, yeah, this is not Leben. You're basically stopping and starting from fresh.
Correct.
That's scary, right?
Yeah, but it's also the feelings, the emotions. Hast dich mschigi gemacht, also ich von jedem der Geist gassen, dann weiter jedem einem nach gassen, hast dich gefreut, you bought gifts. So many people are getting hurt. I think that's why divorce is difficult.
But that's personal ego. Weil die ist gesagt.
Auch het. Es ist personal ego, es ist personal feelings. Ein Mensch hat feelings.
Ja.
Deze gappen is mensen. Like, ich sehe es von mich allein. Like, wenn wir in einer relationship, there's... Fahrig mit einer relationship, ich wollte sein relationship. Wohn sein relationship, okay, ja, ich kann sich mal sehr happy, but es ist auch ein ganz neues set von challenges that most people don't have.
People don't realize when they come to a relationship, die allein, ja, jeder hat somewhat of anxiety, somewhat of issues. You face yourself 24 hours.
Right.
Imagine someone else to face you 24 hours. You bring two people who facing sich und die allein zusammen jetzt.
Ich hatte sogar noch etwas, das geht für jeden Mensch, das married oder date. If a person sagt, als I won't spend mit dich 24 hours, then you know that that's the right one, by the way. Because there aren't many people that will say, ich kann dich toleraten for 24 hours. And ich sage es nicht nach Platz von low confidence. Ich sage es because, excuse, you know, even my best friends, they'll also need a break.
I had a client once, who was a vacation, he knew I have a cruise.
Ein Traum, ja?
Okay. Doet er man waar? Doet er wacht, zat me dan, waar? Ich tracht zu mir.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right.
Why not? And ich kann nicht mit Wappen so lang zusammen.
Yeah.
What do you mean? It's your wife. You have kids with that person. You can't be 24, like...
Right. So they say, and ich kenne sein als es emmes, they say, marry your best friend. And so viel ich. Like, worst case, ich will the worst case scenario von meiner relationship soll sein, soll mich gappen, als ich bin in a mistake, und ich hab gassen mit meinem best friend. At least they soll sein the worst case. The best case scenario is auch ja, so auch
could be, sure.
I'm saying it sarcastically, but I'm saying the idea soll sein a best friend. Think of that idea. Mach nicht de Chesm von de Kinder mit de Schulen. It's not what it's about. I think it's about being with a best friend. A Menschen, die kennen sein, a Wachzeit.
Again, but most people, the system people, right? Bei uns gesehen them. Marry your best friend. Sie können für School und ich kann für your
Correct.
Never met this person.
Different. Sehr different. It's a größer challenge.
At least you have to be open to the idea for that person to become your best friend.
Exactly. So
that's the hard part.
So ich hatte verzahlt wegen einer Mama hat mir message, and I appreciate das auch das, is that his challenge in his marriage is that is in a forced marriage. Und ich frage mich, wo werde geforced? Es ist nicht geforced. Ich bin dadurch der mein Hasidic system, which so hat malice, because at the end of the day, young people, you put them together, there's something to it. Meaning, ich halte nicht als mein Weg, von daten eine lange Zeit. Ja, so ich halte nicht als mein Weg is necessarily besser. Es ist either or. Has gassen schnell, man redt nicht de eine zum zweiten, meinte der Geist davon arbeiten noch da an Marriage mit dem Mensch. Und ob dates da für ein bisschen länger, dann muss meinte, die kannst du am arbeiten Vaters gassen. And you pick your poison. But pick your luck, I would say. Pick your glicken, wie man sagt. But der junge Mann hat die Challenge von werden jetzt best friends mit dem Mensch, was hat nicht gekannt, den hat Gassen gehabt mit. So, and I appreciate as a shit's on journey. I think it's very beautiful.
I think a lot of people don't give themselves an opportunity for the other person to become a best friend.
Emas.
Verstehst? They don't give because sag mo, are you your best friend?
Yeah.
I have a client that's divorced and it gesagt, he is ready to get married again. Look to me, I'm not gonna get married again until I'm comfortable being lonely.
Wow.
Once I'm so comfortable being by myself, I can get married, I can bring it into marriage. Most people are not that way.
No.
Most
Die can
people are
zijn lonely. Die sounds ja men just can enjoy an alliance. I don't
I
know.
love.
Yeah.
I love myself.
Nice.
Okay.
Always did. You always.
We're going for you with my friend skiing. Dus dan mag ik gewoon, ik vind het, I don't care. Ik ga weer mijn ganze self-care kit, mijn ganze zaken. Yeah, I love myself. I'm gonna take it. I am myself, hier met me, and I'm gonna take care of me.
Yeah. This is sehr wichtig in relationships. Not to be dependent. Zijn codependent, nicht dependent auf jenem.
Ik heb eens aan gezocht in my therapy session.
Yeah.
I think marriage is the most beautiful thing when two independent people come together and become codependent of one another, but they're so independent.
Yeah.
And actually, that client hat mir gesnecht und gesagt, als wenn bist du der beste Jid und wenn bist du der beste in marriage. You have a choice, you know, ich kann sein der beste Guy. Aber ich choose is an a Jid.
Wow.
Ich kann sein divorced, aber ich choose is an Chasnagat.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
If you don't know that you can be divorced, ich kann nicht sein. Wieso du kannst einfach submitten into marriage?
Right.
You can't. No.
Right.
I'm okay to be divorced, but I choose it because that's the best life I have.
Right. It's like the difference between needing you and wanting you.
Als dat vriend voor shadichem, I believe it's the best thing to do. But I
Is
think
it just gasnom?
no, the shadichem by the way it's set up,
Okay.
because I'm proof of it, right? Ich come from that.
Okay.
But I think it has to be fine-tuned to the system. I think the system,
Yeah.
was never updated, and it has to be an update. Keep the system, but update it a little bit. Look what went wrong.
Right.
We können es machen besser. We können es days. It's
Yeah.
But I think my honest belief is I think shadichem is guys daten einem. Nothing days, but wenn du hast Chassene mit einem, dann machst du es the right way mit der Shidduch. Again, I'm not into shadichem, I'm not into that kind of stuff, I'm into fitness, but I do my fair share of speaking to people.
Yeah.
But I think if it's done right, I do believe in a system.
Yeah.
But I believe the system has to be flexible with people.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
what I do believe.
Right. Mist oben ein bisschen allowance of mehr of als einer will sein Trappel also I do want to do a stickle introduction, although some man starts when I'm a podcast also unkan gonish and give the proper introduction to Zalmen Danziger, the owner and founder of D Fitness, which is a fitness program with multiple locations in Muncie, men classes, women classes, and he preaches a lot about the importance of exercise and working out, obviously with a trainer. Nicht the box daran a gym and the stam other in a class setting where you know a little bit what you're doing and the benefits of that physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Was kommt daraus von dem? Is schon gewesen of the Schmillycast podcast. Auch is gewesen featured, and I just had a lot of good conversations with him, and he's open to sharing, and that's something that's still rare in the community. So I appreciate you giving from your time to be here.
Sure.
Thank you, Zalmen.
I love it. It was actually a Schmillycast, Kalma Wasser.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I did the Boine Oilem show with the Langsam Feldman.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Hast du geact?
I acted myself.
Was haben gedacht, der Trainer?
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. By the way, a lot of people saw it already, but of their stage we calculated 4 people about 1,600 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the stage. Anyway,
Oh, wow.
It was a lot of fun, yeah.
Yeah, we were saying, man, family, jeder is auf a diet yet. We were like literally saying, in actual numbers, if it's going around the elevator, is a 250 Pfund weniger. Like legit, I promise you.
Yeah.
Like in the last year, this family in a total lost 250 pounds.
That's amazing. But in a family that sitzt zusammen is the biggest support.
Yeah.
Ich habe gesagt, mein Kleines kommen daran und sagt, wir wollen und alle Sachen fragen, hast du Support in daheim? Ja, ich was man was macht. Wieso planst du und kommen zu big results if you have to have the support.
Right.
But family is not, it's the biggest thing. Wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Ja, we did keto and just do healthy food. Hast du gesehen, was habe ich herausgebringt von der Fridge früher?
Apple and tea.
Green tea.
And blueberries.
Yeah,
So,
that's really all I have in the house. Like, en ich verstehe, was Menschen geben Junk mit Cake, because das ist die geringste zu serven. Komm mal an, das ist ein Stückel Cake. It's sehr, it's
it's
convenient.
comfort food.
Right. So Zalmen, tell us a little bit about your story. Menschen here in the podcast avon. Koniko will ich machen eine kleine introduction. Welcome to season. Ich feel wie es ich sehe andere Podcasts machen season 2, season 3. Ich habe nicht gemacht das, because ich bin all about consistency. So für mich ist die erste Season, zweite, ich weiß, dass ich gebe aus der Episode jede einzigste Matze Shabbos für die letzten 2 Jahre. In Burgschen we're the only podcast in Yiddish wo es today's. Some episodes are in English, und ich kann sagen, eins days, but in them all about consistency. Ich will bedanken jeder einer, was do. The feedback is incredible. Als ich von der Feedback in the platforms we mentioned here in this, kann man viel nicht umkommen zu mir. The hotline kann man lassen Messages, but wenn man hört es auf MP3 in Yeshiva, kann man mich nicht lassen kein Message. So, but ich appreciate jeder einer, was do. En ich will ein bisschen darauf arbeiten in der Membership. So du sagst, Members. Ich belange sich, ich habe, wie viele Menschen sind Members. Members meint, I'm support the channel, like $10 a Chodesh. And you get to see from every episode, lege ich heraus, also wie du geschmiss für the episode, lege ich heraus a kleine Stickel. Es ist interessant für Menschen zu sehen.
Behind the scenes.
Ein bisschen behind the scenes, ja, man will sehen, wie sie begreifen sich. And you're just supporting the channel. Gitsnem, you get to join a WhatsApp group mit mir personally. Da willst du mal gehabt mal schmiss, oder sehen interessante updates, bist auf a WhatsApp group mit mir personally, and it just means a lot. Baruch Hashem, I have a list of good guests coming up by Ezer Hashem, so we're going to continue and go stronger than ever. For me, it's a gewaldige schie, because ich sehe the feedback. The messages that I get are on a daily basis, multiple messages that they have mentioned was being inspired, so it really means a lot. I also want to remind people to support the sponsors, other the Vulzana supporter from the podcast. You can always reach out and place an ad, which is very, very effective. You're getting it at a good price compared to the market, and it Burgshem works. Like the audience is an audience from, I would estimate between 20 and 30,000 Menschen per episode, and with the click of a button, they can just order your product or order your service. So it's a great place. Burgshem, I have a lot of sponsors, and I'm picky with my sponsors. Wem zal ook brengen door Solzana benefit for the Tzibir, but so thank you all for being here. So Zalmen, let's hear a bisschen down story. Obviously, I know it, aber in Kartzen von dir was noch nicht.
Wer ich bin, basically.
Ja, because people, was ich aber merkt ist, ich höre auf Podcast, will ich wissen, wem gehe ich jetzt aussehen für eine Schuhzeit, basically?
Ooh, that's. I always, when people fragen me, that's a tough question. I really have to think about it. Because jeden Tag is different.
100%.
Viel, right? So, mein Name ist Zalmen Danziger. Ich komme von Marital, ich bin aufgewachsen dort. In a certain sense, it's a bit uncomfortable, the question, also from wie ich come.
Yeah.
Nicht wegen ich komme von Marital, but my upbringing. So, that question it.
Yeah.
Because you have to face yourself a lot of times, you know. You have to really, I don't want to give just a vague answer. No, wer bin ich taka? I'm someone that's very passionate in understanding people.
Okay.
I was never giving that as a kid.
Right.
Nobody understood me. But I'm very passionate to understand people and for people, and I love when people are honest too. I love honesty, and I'm very passionate in understanding people and helping people. But wer ich bin, so I'm someone that was broken as a child, you can say, in finding my own path in life, finding my own self. And I find it through fitness, because fitness gives me a place where ich kann mich ausgeben, ich kann es an mir, and people get inspired by it. And I'm unique in how I do it and the way I do it. I am myself, and people see me for that.
Right.
So that's who I am, I guess.
Right. Okay. And you enjoyed the share, and you have a good voice.
Thank you. Yeah, you gave me a compliment the other day, so
Yeah.
it's a soothing voice. Ich lag jeden Tag auf Stairs. Almost, wenn ich komme jeden Tag auf Stairs. I looked at my gym, quotes of the day.
Right.
So I always put it. And people do give me a compliment. So I'm looking. I took was a klein, ich kann noch kommen auf 24, wieder quote.
Yeah. Because Menschen siegen messages from God. And man wartet, jeder besiegt, Menschen siegen.
People love, yeah. People
Bei
love
dem siehst du da aufsteigen mit der, man geht zu Quoren, man rivnet, handig Zeit, man geht zu rivnet, du Menschen around the clock. Menschen suchen spirituality.
They look for connection they were never giving as a child.
Yeah.
I believe.
Man sucht, whatever it is, they're really, really searching.
I mean, ich habe ganz angefangen zu sehen, I mean, I'm 30 years old. I for 29 years I lived numb.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I started therapy only a year ago.
Wow.
Exact. I Jutzerek noch sick is. Hanukkah time, yeah.
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I started 2 years ago, and I'm now turning 28. Actually, when the episode came to Rose, it's on 28th birthday. So
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah, thank you. I'm very, very excited.
So liegt auf einmal, das Fiege so wegen Season 2. Jeder Podcast sucht Season 2. Ich halte es so kaufen sich an Insurance. Weiß nicht, dass er consistent. Wenn er startet, at least er hat Season 3.
Right. So, this is mama's nicht was ich gewollt in. Like I didn't wanna. Ich bin ein Season. And I'm very proud of the podcast. Ich sehe, was Menschen haben lieb mein Podcast. Sehr stark, because es ist raw. Und jeder weiß. Man weiß, dass du ein Plastic Stand mit einem Phone und einem Spiegel. Mit einem Mic. Es ist nicht kein Secret. Like, and people love it. Und ich habe mir gefragt, like Shlomi Stein mit some Pivot, a marketing genius. You know, I was like, ich trage von upgraden, ich kann jetzt machen für $500 episode, ich habe die poor angles, mit de bessere mics. I was like, hello, don't do it. The hardest stuff. Like, this is done stamp. People love done episodes for them, and I'm very proud.
I think most people look at a podcast, actually watch they listen to it.
100%. So the sound, like a day and mics, this is the einzige teure Sache. This costs like $350. Hand is like $250. Kannst du kaufen DJI clip on mics. And
video guy had this.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, this is the best mics. Nah, aber sie sind viele bei riesige YouTubers with millions of followers. Noch der riesige YouTuber, but okay, so
ich, for example, have a hard time taking a compliment. Ich bin a big shot on a compliment. Riesige YouTubers. I feel, you know.
Yeah.
People have a hard time with that, I see. I'm not the only one, I guess.
Yeah, but weißt, mein Bruder pflegt mich ein bisschen so geschmeichelt, wenn ich mir so like Jahr zurück pflege ich mir ein bisschen ich bin der Number One Podcaster. Und ich lach von mir, because ich bin nicht kein Number One. Ich habe damals umgegeben, ich habe rausgegeben, es ist nicht gewinn gut, Number One. Ein halbes Jahr später sagt mir, da weißt du, das Geld in Einsung bist der Number One, mit dieser Sicherheit, jetzt sehe ich, bist du der Number One. Meaning, the amount of episodes ich gebe raus, habe ich the meeste views. Ich kenne so andere Podcasts bekommen ein bisschen mehr views per episode and whatever, but the amount ich gebe raus sag mehr, so automatically my channel had the meeste views, like to reach the meeste audience. And I'm very proud of that. I call that to be number one.
A man just as number one.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Right. So how did you build from broken, and you went through a lot? How did you build the Zalmen was man zei hand? Physically built and
emotionally, mentally.
Yeah.
So, koid als het gewoon go als bucher, right?
Okay.
I stepped into my friend had me actually geschleibt in der heim in the gym.
Okay.
I was ich ging gebullied habig. Next level bullied. Bullied by words.
Yeah.
But the yeshiva ich gelernt als bucher, but the yeshiva lines geworden gebullied. By words, friends, they don't even realize the impact that it made on my life until today sometimes. For an example, I have a very hard time, even though this is for me comfortable, but speaking in public and mention when I open myself to my clients in a class, they can't believe it. In a class, I take it over. I did the Born Oilem thing.
Yeah.
The mensen begaan doen naar mij, Zalmen de host the stage Oilem is met hier. En ik mag ik ganz hard geteilt.
Yeah.
Because the abuse that I went through and the stam the ganze days, I always question myself. So I heb me geschlept to the gym and that became a man's space. I was being able to be me. So it's ungefähr, yeah, I was 15 years old, but then angefangen in the gym, ungefähr to lifting weights. Again, to be honest, it's only the last year that it really was the biggest growth. I was able to come out of my shell. All the walls, a little bit slowly broken down. So, bis dann was ich viel verheren von therapy. I was very open to it. I was very had conversation with clients about it. But for me zu gehen, I believed I'm fine, ich darf nicht. But the second everything shattered, I started doing it. So the echte Arbeit is just a year.
Oh, wow.
The echte Arbeit is just a year, and I do believe I made it very quick. Because I was always very aware of myself, and I was never like ashamed of what I went through, and I owned it. That never helped it.
Right.
I knew I had a broken leg, and it was not like shameful I had a broken leg, but I never went to fix it. So it's also through support, a lot of support, and it's for me one of the hardest things. I feel like I can't be vulnerable. It's so hard for me to be vulnerable.
Support from them?
Wife, friends. We have a friend group that we meet at least once a week.
Oh, wow.
Like we go out, and it's so I appreciate them very much.
Yeah.
Even my friends, by the way, that I knew for so long, nobody knew about my story that I went through.
Wow.
Like I feel like I went through sexual abuse. I went through like physical abuse. A lot of stuff that I went through as a child and as a bucher and like manipulation abuse, narcissistic abuse, all of that. And I've never shared that with people. I've never seen a reason to share. But the more I share, the more people open up to me, and the more it gives me chayes in life, and the more it gives me a purpose to help people through fitness.
Wus meint, wus hat man dich abused? Meaning to say that what I've heard is sehr interessant, unfortunately, is that Menschen was werden abused. Meaning it unfortunately keeps on replaying for them. Menschen was werden abused door a sach andere Menschen. Meaning it kind of almost becomes like a pattern, because is schon ziegewand as wird abused, so he takes every little abuse as me get him.
Why?
The question is why? Favus dich. Like looking at you now, you're a successful guy, you're a handsome guy, you're a big guy.
Thank you for the compliment.
Yeah, like meaning, when ich sehe dich in Geider, what ich sich gewollt unnehmen. Maybe it's just now because
so
of the gym,
I was
but...
kick different, right? I wasn't always the strongest, and I wasn't always the smartest. I looked different as a kid.
Why do you think they picked on you? What's the common denominator of wem picked to be abused?
Everything has to do with the environment that you grow up, right? A kind became messages. The messages that I got was I was nothing. For an example, as a kid, I always asked questions.
Okay.
But coming from Monroe, we had questioned alles. The Hasidus, there's just a kid that's curious. I was a very curious kid. But my questions, I guess, had hit buttons as I was ready. Since I'm going to hide, it's going to time. I gotten like a patch for them, a patch for that. So you get the messages that you're not worth, that you're not, nothing is not, you're
so
nothing.
Was Malamdam that abused? Sounded like it was more friends, or the just, I guess Malamdam.
Es ist again actual Malamdam, zwei Malamdam, ein Manal. Oi, without the gewin. They enjoyed themselves. I can tell you that much. So I'm with the guys today, but the first, you only have to go to one abuse.
Yeah.
And then it's easy for other people to abuse you. Because let's say, I know what by the 15th, the first Mal, it's hard. But if you're getting abused, so you don't have a chance even to stand up for yourself.
Wow.
To say no. In therapy now, like I went through like an intensive, like a 6-day, I did a lot of work to be able to just say no. Get the
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, and a lot of people take abuse, and a lot of people that they look very good, they look successful, that you have no idea how much abuse they take.
Right. So, to any kid or bucher listening to this now, which advice would you give your younger self? Like, was dieser gesagt? What can they do? Like, wird jetzt abused. This is an Eltern, this is in any form of abuse.
So a kid, I don't know what to say to a kid.
Okay.
Right, because ich ben a kid. Because the advice that I can give is not for a kid. But I have no idea. I can't give a kid. But for a bucher, you cannot run away from yourself. You will always be by you. Nobody's gonna. It's the worst for me. The worst is death. If somebody abuses you, walk up and get out. Don't take abuse.
Right.
It's easy and sad.
Do you wish that you would have done that?
Sure. I wish I would have had someone to tell me that also. You feel you get abused, this is a chaydet, this is this. For an example, at a later point in yeshiva shine, I was gekenten, and I was like getien. I felt it was too much, and I went sat mir. Ich bin rausgegangen von der Kette, von der Raum, und der Maschine kommt zu, was geht vor, der Magazin häusig für mich. Ich wack nicht daran dort mehr.
Wow.
I'm not going again. Der Yeshiva gekommen, und jeder gehst dran, das ist mit einer Seite. Ich gehe nicht daran dort. I'm not going again.
Yeah.
Ich habe gesagt, Magazin, ich sage, die mach's häusig für mich, ich lasse jedem Date. I'm not going again, der du ehrlich sagst.
Wow.
Don't let abuse happen.
So you wish that would have happened a little bit earlier, like
that I would have the courage, but I didn't.
Right.
But as a kid, for a kid, it's too little. It's never. But as a bocher, don't take it.
I think certain kids, if you teach them strength and courage, then they could possibly fight back. Like, ich habe einen 9-jährigen Bruder in einem. Ich sage ihm klar, wenn einer touch dich an der Weg, was macht dich feeling unbequem, stoß ihm. So, and I truly believe that Chaz v'shalom, if it was to happen, anything sketchy, he would absolutely do that. Like, ob any Mensch nimmt ihn mal an in a room und macht sie a Tier dort, he would run away. Because mit ihm gesucht, mit ihm geprogrammed, there's no such a thing.
Das ist gerecht. Thomas ist gescheit in der Heim. It's a whole different story, right?
Right.
You can run away from abuse, wenn sie gescheit in Chayde, wenn sie gescheit in Yeshiva, wenn sie gescheit in a job. You come home to it. As a kid, wie gar. An adult, get divorced if you're being abused.
Right.
Dan job, quit dan job. A bocher, ga raus in Yeshiva. Don't care what others say. Think about yourself. Die guys mit dich eibig leben. Die guys mit dich eibig sein. Don't do things what you don't like. I mean, don't let things happen to you what you don't like.
Right.
Go away from it, no matter what. But, für mich ist es geschehen in der Heim. Stehst auch der Abuse. So, für ein Kind, für ein bocher, if you run away from it, you can't.
Was hältst du mit Kameliatin? Ich try ja zu helfen, mit Sachen an der Welt. What's the message that we have to give to other adults and to other kids? Was Kameliatin?
I think it's to give understanding and strength. Für mich ein Kind, right? I feel like a kleiner Buche.
Stell dich vor, mir geht dem Kind ein Geider, ich just thinking now, dem knowledge as auch as nein? But haben wir both auf a chain, as Eltern know to tell their kids to be careful. Because wer is in the line of authority? And be'emes, the mention that shape our lives is really two people, parents and teachers.
Right.
Like the kinder, macht nicht so vada different. The two authorities. Meaning a kind kann mich reuden. Ich habe Kinder, was am Kochen gechapped, as a chubby child and whatever. But wer bist du? Bist du schmoite von? Ich mach auch, ich mach zurückhäusig von dich.
Das ist die kann sagen, nicht jeder Kind.
But authority, wenn mal gecheert hat mich gechapped, wenn mal gecheert hat etwas gesagt, da reingeflickt in Klasse, in front von jedem, oh, this hit.
Ja.
So wenn der mal gecheert kann geben, eine Attitude von dem Kind, von loddigen abusen, or he just leads by kindness, by the way, which is so important. Menschen reden nicht von dem. Man meint, steht, we got to live in chu. Be a teaching to your kid. Nicht teach your kid. Das ist schon von dein Kind, jede Sache. You lead by example, meint das. Die vier dich auf wie ein Mensch, das sich auf wie ein Mensch. Wenn er eben geider ist, wenn er ein bisschen mehr responsible, oder wenn er ein bisschen mehr knowledge, I don't blame him, wat auch die Kind maß besan, dat wusste sich. If something's going on at home, sag mich. Wenn auch du von dich.
Hand ist ein Sach besser wie amol, because man sieht es, right? Ich sage eigentlich, wenn er...
Meaning, why was nobody there to see that you're broken? That's what I'm trying to say. Was ist nicht gewesen, einmal Lamme, das er gefühlt, einmal geschieben, das er gefühlt, genig nun, zu Zalmen, zu gehen öffnen Schmies, wusste sich.
Could be there was, I don't remember, because my ganze childhood, there's a certain point again blank, right? I didn't want to face it, I didn't want to see it, it was painful throughout the ganze days. And,
yeah.
But, it could be there was, but I don't think so. But they didn't know how to. I'm open as you can. Then I went in a class in 30 gegeven. I went a number in a chicken factory. But you can wissen as it is. Ich sag hand, my English is, my English act out, komisch, something is up.
Oh wow.
He shouldn't act. I can't act nicht outstammen so.
Right.
I can't is imperfect, immature.
Hat sich seine Moods auch.
Yeah, but I got in hide in front of something is off. Call me, let's take care of it. What's going on? Nobody did it with me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
Advice to give for I don't know, because I don't want to...
Yeah, in some tausende listeners was in a 15-year-old, by the way.
And I believe a lot of you listeners also go through abuse, because so many people go through abuse nowadays that nobody... It's very shameful. Ich habe keinen Mensch von abuse. For two reasons. Eins, it's shameful, right? Sex abuse, narcissistic, it's shameful that it happened to me. And ich habe jetzt reden von dem. Und ich will sogar werden umgekickt, oh, never. Keiner will nicht an, never.
Yeah.
For a long time, I've never shared my story, and I never did because kijk me schon weer never. Ich bin normal. I've built myself up. I'm fine. Now I realize, you know what? No, this is a chapter in my life. This is what I was and what built me. This is a chapter.
Right.
Chapter 1 was written by my abuse. Chapter 2 is written by me now.
Yeah.
So I can choose what to put in the book. So I think a lot of people do still go through abuse.
Right. They say that the numbers are astronomical high. Like every third person was abused sexually. That's terrifying. It's terrifying am redt nicht davon. It's terrifying am redt nicht. Was darf ich sagen, the einzigste Plattform bei Klalis Rule, wie mit reden wegen sexual abuse. That's the sad part.
Reden ist genick. I tell you.
So hype sich mit reden, because the awareness is so wichtig. Das geht machen jede Tate Mama was het of so. zusammen mehr Obacht auf seine Kind. Das machen jede Kind ein Bucher, was heet so, zusammen upgeht mehr if something's going on in his life or on his brother's life. Like, ich will protecten mein Bruder. I always ask him, how was your day in Geide? Verzeih mal, was dit sich? Mag sich keine Feindnis mit dich. Like, you know, any kind of abuse.
The beste Weg von das Ding is
Ja.
not necessarily educating the Kinder, but educating the Kinder, but anpacken Genick von uns ein Kind,
Right.
also kann auf Weg ein von nirgends. Kann sagen nein. Ich lass mein Engel sagen nein für Tati. Ich sagen nein für Tati, du fühlst uncomfortable von etwas.
Right.
Ich, for example, Charlotte bring etwas in the basement, kann ich nicht kochen. Ist nicht. Ich gesagt nein, I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
Das mir nicht wissen, because ob ich gehe forcen zu tun etwas, geht es auch so, okay, sagen nein meint gar nicht.
Right.
So, wenn einer geht etwas will tun zu ihm, sagen nein meint gar nicht.
Ich kam sich trage von dem. Wo steht sich aber mit Kabel des Zivige, was er macht? Like, kann jeder regieren? I can't
So because I went through...
Ich trage diese questions,
Okay.
jeder zurückfragen.
So I went...
Ich habe lieb the approach.
Okay, so being what I went through, I look at Kabbalah as a different thing, right?
Right.
For an example, even though what I went through, I have to do this. Hello, younger water. I have to respect him.
Yeah.
Respect doesn't mean be my slave. And that's
Right.
strong, was a sach mention on my rausgenommen von Kabbalah. Be my slave, the rat, I can't think you're my slave.
Right.
No,
Wow.
you're not. It's respect. You have to... Ich hab so mal gejoked mit them. Look, well, can't mich nicht gewissen Kabbalah so I don't have it in me.
Yeah.
You have to teach your kid that, right?
Right.
And it means respect. It doesn't mean respect that person.
Right.
Do something. My mama called me a sach mo for a ride. As ich kann das stehen tegen. That's my Kabbalah nicht... I don't know. It's
Yeah.
Ich got a client. Ich habe erzählt my story. And I thought, wat moet je schrijven? Ik zeg, what? You want me to shut up?
Yeah.
Nein, dus ik heb het weer eens meegemaakt. Geef het eens ook. Oké, maar gaan. Laat me reden jetzt. This
Yeah.
is my story. I didn't do things to myself. People
Right.
did it. Now I have a chance to speak about it.
Right.
So, I think, wenn es kommt für Kinder, wenn es kommt alle Sachen, man darf losen ein Kind, sich können expressen, und ein Kind losen sagen ein Nein. Du darfst auslernen, ein Kind zu sein stark bei himself. And that comes, also wie du sagst, von Authority. Ob der Authority von einem Kind, das ist der Rebbengeide, das ist der Manal, das ist der Tate Mama, lassen nicht das Kind sagen Nein, zu fallen vielleicht Tissam, lehnst du, oh, this is my belief, and could be my opinion is wrong, but I see it with my kids and how they are,
Yeah.
and I'm very confident in them. They're comfortable to say no.
Right.
Some kids are not comfortable to say no. Dat het gezegd van een mis.
Right.
No, teach them to say no.
Yeah.
That's how it starts.
Ja. Ich trage da viel an der Heilig von Ginnig. Aber ich kann sagen von der Bucher, Zalmen, willst du jetzt lernen oder nicht? Wenn die Gäste mir so, ich trage you know what? Es wird Tage sein Schein zu lernen etwas.
This is a big point, by the way. Man darf geben choices.
It's a choice.
Zoek
Ja.
nicht. Die des, mach des.
Ja, der Pressure, der Terror, der Bische. Also wie das verzahlt, ich habe gedoile beim Gehört ausgelernt, als du nur musst laufen her. Ich gehe nicht davon her. I'm not taking... Für mich, ich habe es gerief von Abuse. Du leikst an einer Klasse, in front von jedem einen, bringst daran der Rebbe sehen, und der Geist jetzt machst davon her, und mir geht mich fragen nach Question, wenn obviously ich kenne nicht der Terror zu der Question, weil ich habe nicht gefokust darauf von der Zeit. Habe ich ihm ausgelernt, ich gehe nicht heran zu davon her. And they were actually okay with it, but I'm saying I learned something different. Ich habe ausgelernt, ich muss nicht nehmen der Abuse. I want to ask you, for a mensch was guide durch this and you went through it, which is very sad to hear. But the question is, what's now the healing process? Now you are in therapy, so who a word of therapy, and saying, well, what is the process? How do you recover? And me kommt von der stärkste Bische, der stärkste Arubklappen ist, me feelt so niedert, me feelt so nicht worthy of sich allein, me feelt so down, low, depressed, whichever word me will treffen. How does a person build themselves up? Was fühlt dich zurück an? Was macht dich fühlen wie, ich bin ja ein guter Mensch, ich bin ja worthy of a good life and a family?
So, for me, I can't share my experience. I believe everyone is different because everyone takes abuse. Okay? Nicht jeder ist Ribbe, der Abuse ist ich bin der Ribbe.
Right,
Not everyone will understand what it does to a person.
right.
Unfortunately, and nowadays I say fortunately that I went through it,
Why?
I have a different look on life and I have a different understanding of people and I have a different understanding to be a father to my kids. So the more you face it and the more you speak about it, the more clearer it becomes to you. Of course, what the issue is,
Yeah.
because sexual abuse has a lot of issues. It can play issues in marriage, it can play issues in your sexual life, in your identity, your comfortability. Like, it's a very shameful thing, right? But the more you speak about it, and again, I'm only a year in therapy and I did a lot of work for that. I'm not at the top, ich can sagen, ich bin finished, I'm done. But the more you speak about it and the more you face it.
Wow.
Don't be afraid of that.
Wow.
It happened to me, right? Was ich jetzt I can't, for a long time, bin ich gewesen busy. Was ist geschehen? Why? How can a father do it? Was ich kann two family members, yeah, close family members, someone is getting, how can they do it? How can I rebel this team? Was ich kann, you know what? It happened. Was kann ich jetzt tun?
Wow.
How can I go on my life? This is what happened to me. Next, this is my story. Was soll ich jetzt tun? Ist nicht schön?
Yeah.
Mit dem lebe ich, mit der lach lebe ich jetzt. This is what happened to me. I have to realize, I have to fix it. So the more you face it, the more you speak about it. You don't have to speak publicly the way I do, but speak to your friends, open up. The first time I opened up to my friend, I can remember, I was sitting in my hut and who to share with him. It felt so light on me.
Yeah.
So light. I mean, the first person was my wife. And also, ich had November 30th, 10-year anniversary.
Oh, wow.
Only Pesach, okay? It took almost a half
How
year.
old were
Only
you?
Pesach. But opened up to it. I was in my father's house and I literally broke down. So if Pesach, I couldn't walk out. I broke down. What's going on? I broke down and I opened up to her. It felt so like it was the first time that I shared about my abuse. But since then, I've never shared it. I closed it down. And I've realized you can't close it because if you close it, you close yourself. My therapist told me, if you close your feelings, as I mentioned, life and feelings, you don't feel good also. To feel feelings, you must be able to feel the tough feelings.
Yeah.
So you have to speak about it. You have to be open to face it. And this is what happened to me. And see how you cannot do the mistakes.
Yep. Wow. I learned the best healing for feeling or feeling for healing is to feel the feelings. Like it's okay to feel. This is mir nemen sehr lange Zeit to learn. It's okay to feel the feelings, whatever it is. You know, when I went through grief from missing Michael Schnitzler, my close friend, it was like, feel us, it's okay, you miss him, red him, zog, ich miss dich, weißt du, man, like,
Wow.
I used to tell him, I hate you, you left me, bist gewesen mein Friend, bist gewesen du hier, bist nicht du, ich habe ein Problem mit dich. Like, I felt my feeling, I spoke my mind, I felt my feeling. How has therapy been for you? I know therapy is as I was gehalten einzukeren from young teenagers. They want to go for therapy. They want to have somebody simply that they can talk to. And they want to get a psychology approach. They want to understand what is story or what is it doing to my brain, which is how I define therapy. To be able to talk about something and understand what did this do to me? What is it doing to me right now? What can it do for me in the future? That's how I would define therapy. I know for myself, I did therapy for almost 2 years. And it was amazing. Some into so full limiting beliefs and rewired new beliefs about myself. And it gave me a new confidence and it did a bunch for me. How are you seeing your experience? How in general therapy? For the mentions
For me, therapy, doing for the mentions are more because I used to be that. I will from about therapy, and guess what? I feel stupid saying it, but it was me, so I can't run away. I kick mention that Rose came publicly. Even going to sexually abuse and who's victimized. Even going to sexually abuse, I went through way more than you went through.
Yeah.
Because forget echt dark stuff. It's not, just Kim Lamar touch. No, it was real, So I going to kick comes to Rose Madan story, move along. But the more I started doing therapy, the more I realized, wow, so I have a different. Because I realized I'm not alone in my struggle.
Yeah.
So noch 20 Menschen in der therapy go, whatever, like jeder einer hat struggles and speak about it. So it's mir I'm shigging a different wieder unzukicken Menschen. I always, and again, I'm not afraid to say it because it was me. I always had a judgy look on people. People didn't see it, but that was in my mind. As I can't especially the Hasidische crowd because I'm gotten abused by that, right?
Yeah.
Even though the Hasidische crowd mich abused, but in Haider, the system, the ganze abused. I couldn't look it in the face and I couldn't, doch vereckelt. But the more I realized, no, I'm gotten abused by deze zaak. Happens to be, it is ogen tachuset.
Yeah.
But their community is a wonderful community. I'm proud of it. I love it. It's I'm not afraid of it, no. I can speak about it publicly. So therapy mir gemacht umkicken der Welt. My life happens to myself. A whole different kind of accepting my pain, accepting my life. Yeah, it's okay. You are in pain.
Yeah.
You went through a lot. You have to build yourself up now. You can't go and how did it happen? Why did it happen? It happened.
Yep.
Move along,
Right.
Heal dich jetzt. Jetzt ist the time to heal. So this is my therapy routine. I remember the first, for me it was a little bit different than usual. It wasn't like a therapy session my first therapy is going on intensive. So it was a 6-day intensive, on the phone, nothing. That was my first basic therapy. So
How was that?
Eye-opener. It was grief, it was anger. It was like 6-day, like you work from 8 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock at night.
Wow.
You work on yourself. For me, that was the... And guess what? The geschenkt Shkucha Peruti is.
Okay.
I can share a little bit.
Yeah.
Es ist gewähnt für Jurtake, a year ago. So the ganze story hat sich von den auszuspielen, came out a little, like in Monroe, a little bit public, and you know.
Okay.
And I got a phone call from close family. As etwas geht vor in the family, whatever, I got involved. And because I got involved, so from my trauma, from was geht vor, a lot of childhood pain came up.
Yeah.
A lot. All the things that I covered. So all of my walls and all of my Sachen came crashing down on me in like in 2 weeks. I habe schon gekannt mit mir, man.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks when I was gone. Like I sold on my business even. I hope like it's I couldn't. I did a video then with Shmili Indik.
Yeah.
And me gefragt wegen mein Logo. Wer hat das gemacht? I gave credit to the wrong person.
Yeah.
Der Mensch hat das gemacht, called me up, und sucht mich, hat mich vorgehalten, das, und so game, well, verstehe mich ein bisschen in a mental crash down right now, and my mind wasn't in the right space. Happened to be, he knew exactly what I was talking about. Wohnt wie my family wohnt. And sucht mich, only you need this. Call this person, this is what you need.
Wow.
So I called that therapist up. Ich habe ein bisschen geschert, sucht mich, komm mal up. Nächste Woche Dienstag fängt man an, Dienstag zu Donnerstag, fangen wir an die Group. Join. It was $5,000 and
wow,
the best decision I've made in my life. So this is what therapy was for me, and what it is for me is to start accepting myself and being okay with my flaws. And being okay, yeah, this is mine of flaws and I own it. Own my mistake, own myself. Like I told you, I did psychedelics, I did shrooms. I don't plan on doing it again. I did it one time. But for me, it was the most painful but positive experience because I've realized you cannot run away from yourself.
Wow.
No matter how much you try. I will always have me. Let's say, I have no idea what you believe of me, what you think of me, right? But I know what I believe of me and what I think of me. And I'm going to have it until I die. So I cannot run away from me. So I have to accept myself.
Yeah, how was the experience of the psychedelics? So you're saying you wouldn't do it again as of now?
No, I can't. Jeder darf muss seine eigene Research. Again, like, if you want, I can give you my honest opinion, was ich halte was. I did it because noch all the therapy that I did, I still felt stuck. Mm-hmm. There's some stuckness that to therapy, I can't get to it.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I felt stuck in any aspect of my life. And I did it, Mama Shiat I did it.
Okay.
And but the psychedelic, I did MDMA and shrooms. What it did for me is this. So I realized that no matter what, you have to accept yourself and you cannot run away from yourself. Meaning to say, ich habe eigentlich gehad, in my mind, a fear. Was trachten Menschen auf mir? Am I good? Am I too bad? Am I this? What do you believe of yourself?
Wow.
That's what it is. What do you believe of yourself? That's what it did to me. It opened me up to see. For me, for example, it might sound funny for people that have never did shrooms or psychedelics. For me, ich habe literally gesehen my ganze life playing out for me and all the choices I've made because of my abuse that I went through. Yeah.
No. So explain to me how is this medicine so powerful? What actually happens? How is a guy to see in Kartzen? Where did you take it? With whom?
So I took it with my therapist, and was a group of more people. Obviously, I can't share much information, but it was a group of more people, so I wasn't alone. But it was my therapist that did it, and I have to give them a shout out. I don't know.
Kennst du das? Sure.
Yes, it's the worst you can get it the worst. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, I know them actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think that they do wonderful work. It's beyond what they do. Like. So much people what they help. Anyway, so you take the medicine to do madratzen ausgeleit, the likes to grip of your mattress, and you go into the trip, right?
Die sind nicht gebockt. Wenn ich trage von den Tracht, dass mir, ich will nicht gehen auf kein Trip. Ich will sagen mich. Sie des Tidwai oder nicht.
Right.
I just want to be me. And don't get me wrong, I can see what's wrong with that. Like, en ich kann sagen, von mir de schwerste heilig in daten is the amount of love was ich bekomme. En ich tracht zu mich, this is fremd for mich. You know what I'm saying? Like, growing up, I have great family and whatever, but I didn't feel always loved. To me, the criticism, chapping on the days, to me that felt like home. Sein geiden and sei in the heim, being
That's
a
what we
chubby
used
child.
to.
That's what I'm used to. So the schwerste geilig in daten gewesen. Einer hat mich actually lieb. Like, I don't know, this feel etwas...
Felt weird,
Ja, ich kann sometimes beten. Kannst du sagen nasty zu mich for a minute? And then sag ich, okay, this feels like home. So my question to you is, why break out of it? Doesn't it scare you as it's just this teen?
For
and this
sure.
verlieren the alte identity as Zalmen is the nebbig?
You know how much fear I had with that? Ich ging fearful, because koit am auf dem, wo's ga ich werden, wo's ga ich den?
Ja.
Maar wat had ook het mooie gehad, wo's ga ich
Ja,
daheim
zurück.
komen? Ja, she was gesucht. I love you. I'm sorry, I mentioned it in the public, but she was afraid. She was like, are you gonna come over? Like, I'm doing it because to make first the marriage better, myself better father for my kids, a better husband for sure.
Yep.
But I was fearful for that. But my therapist always looked at big trust the process. And my Havert is actually ook het geteen. Nog vaar meer. But het geteen aan het eind een zeg, submit to the process. Mama, like full submission.
Right.
Then is when they can't stop it.
So what did you feel? So the name's
So I took first time, I didn't want to take shrooms first because I knew shrooms is very scared. And very,
is shrooms mit psychedelic?
shrooms is a form of psychedelic.
Oh, it's the einsach.
Again, I'm not expert in psychedelics. I did it once in my life and showing.
So the psychedelic with this genemen is the shroom.
MDMA.
Yeah.
It's called, and MDMA I took in a pill, and the shrooms it was in with lemon juice.
Okay.
So I didn't want to take shrooms because of the fear. Who's got that off and who's got to maybe I regret. I don't know. So I didn't want to take it in the beginning, but I took MDMA. MDMA is a love drug.
Yeah.
So an hour in, I began with shrooms. So it's right away. My biggest fight was fear with the day. So I got my therapist damals, Yossi Towerski. Ik deed zijn mij gedoe, ga niet weg van mij. Ik dacht dat. Again, mama is mijn tata was gewoon gehad.
Yeah.
He was talking to me, don't worry, ga on, go into you. Like, I go, but gewoon mooi, ga niet weg van mij. I was literally crying and I was speaking to myself and I was laughing nog them. I got back, laughing on myself. Was hast du mooi van? Just do it. And so es hat mich angefangen zu wasen, mein ganze nicht, Menschen sagen, sie sehen images. I don't know if it's for images, but I saw myself basically, let's say, I got sexually abused, and that made me do certain things, right? A certain belief that I had that limit me of other things in life. I saw that. It was very painful to face myself. Basically, what I view geherig was my Gehenna.
Wow.
You face truth. For me, that was the most painful thing. But it lasted about 2 hours. And the more I started realizing, oh, the alle medicators that I did. Ich darf jetzt auch Kaffee, ich muss etwas umgehen. Ich kann nicht, ich muss gebe mal Text ein, I'm going to in the toilet, trinken Wasser. Ich habe mich auch schon zu gehen in den Toilet. Und ich habe mich gesagt, du darfst nicht aus dem Toilet, geht sie dich an im Bett. Wir an im Bett. Und das hat mir geholfen dort, und ich genommen Coconut Water, und ich habe gesagt, Speis, die liegen, du darfst kein Wasser jetzt, du darfst sein mit dich. I was talking to myself.
Right.
I was trying to escape from it, but I couldn't anymore, I submitted to it. So for me, it viewed all of my decisions I made because I was trying to run away because of what I went through, and I realized, no, I have to face myself, I have to be there for myself, and no one will do it for me.
Right.
But me.
I'm thinking that wenn ein Mensch nimmt 2-3 Schritte, sitzt mit sich allein, how much he can also discover. Obviously nicht so stark wie wenn nimmt die Sachen, but just think about that. Just sitting, also if du suchst under distractions, because ein Mensch, wir sind so zugebunden zu der Phone. I feel a Shabbos in the 24 hours, the amount of Sachen, was Menschen tun, also on the board in the 24 hours von Shabbos, 25 hours von Shabbos, is huge. Ich sehe es von mir. Man distrakt sich mit Essen. Ja, man esst wie man schick auf Shabbos. Man distrakt sich mit Magazines. Man distrakt sich mit Schluffen. Most people just sleep through most of the Shabbos. Dus man kommt daran dort 7, geht da Ess up, an ein Bett, steht auf, verbringt da Schuh 2, that's already esst etwas, geht zurück schluffen bis ins Mann.
A lot of people don't even realize what they're doing by this. The subconscious don't even realize that they're numbing themselves.
Right.
I love Shabbos for that reason.
Yeah.
It's the only time you really have no distractions. Yeah. I'm with myself, I'm with my family. I love it.
Right. Ich sehe es von mir, I think I'm a person that can feel a lot of anxiety sometimes. Und ich sehe klar, das kommt von nicht eibig feeling safe, like growing up. And I can see how it can affect every decision in my life, whether it's business or personal and relationship. You know, it's I'm saying this looks like subconsciously, meaning me gapt davon nicht von wie viel Sachen man läuft da weg. Because so viele Menschen hier, das öffnen nicht auf their business, was nehmen nicht den Move, was haben nicht schon den neuen Job oder a business because they are so afraid. and they don't even know it.
I was also living in a lot of fear, by the way. Philip Mind, from the Man Company, again, when I opened up, I was the first one I'm not the first personal trainer ever, but I was the first one to open in a community that was very foreign thing exercise. Ik denk, wanneer ik gegeven, ik call mensen met terug de phone, wat zulst je van mij?
Yeah.
And they give me the phone calls, but
Right.
but I did it.
Yeah.
It's mensen leven in een zaafveer. I actually gezien the other day, wat ik gevraagd heb, een interview van een, maar ik was het geld. And I think, what's the biggest mistake and how do you do mistakes? Calculate your mistakes in life. For business, if a person, look at what you can lose. Laat me zeggen, dan ga je invest in $1 million in a company, right? What are you going to lose $1 million?
Right.
Are you okay to losing $1 million? If yes, do it. If it works out good, if not, you lost $1 million. Was ga ich tun von ich therapy? Was ga ich verlieren? What's the word? The guys mir zijn van my true colors. Hate me, ga me lieb. At least the hospital found. Well, this is my true color.
Yeah.
At least, you know what? You love me because you see my true color. What is the risk? Traag van dat risk. The guys saying, you my business. What is the risk? What's the biggest risk? I'll walk away. Okay, I got those kicking. Dan heb je het maken business. Red. Okay. But what is the risk? Was I mentioned them.
Right.
And people are very live in fear. They don't. A lot of people don't even realize that they live in fear.
Right. Wow. Let's talk a little bit about entrepreneurship, because you own a successful business, and it's a very not easy thing to do in today's days of age.
It's run a business to own.
Exactly. Jede weiß, jede Mensch ist in der Gang auf Phase. I want to work out, I want to be healthier, I want to build muscle, whatever it is. You actually went and you did it. So, Visa hat sich umgegeben. Did you train people personally first?
So yeah, I started doing this in exercise.
Okay.
Actually, with therapy, I realized that fitness was my biggest medicator.
Yeah, the distraction.
Right. And this is the first time I'm going to share it. Could be it's not the best to share for business-wise, but you know what? This is my identity. This is my honest thing, so I'm going to share it. I started hating what I do for a little period of a time. I started hating what I do because I realized it was the biggest medicator for me.
Correct.
I don't want to do it anymore.
Yep.
But then I've learned, no, I love the human connection. I love deep conversations with my clients. So I love that part. I'm going to bring it out in that part and do that. And clients started liking it way more.
Right. Because it brings that more real self.
So I started doing it. Yeah, I always joke to myself and my wife, as 30 years from now, 50 years from now, I'll be able to put a picture. The fitness also started in my trunk from my Ford Focus. You know, wait, so look a lot from the clients. So it's, for example, my first ad that I put, shame, I would never put it again. Make your dreams come true. Anyway, so I started out, it was for about 3 or 4 months that I was in home with 0 clients.
Oh, wow.
So I was the first or the second one to even advertise it publicly the way I did in Muncie.
What's the advertise? No gym, come for
personal
classes,
training,
personal
de hele zaken, ja.
Keine de eerste dragen.
Guess what? I had nothing. I got a job, a full-time job in construction. I got bored of it because I hate the construction industry.
I also come from construction.
So I hate it. People are nasty to you. Anyway.
Yeah.
And so ik ga van mijn boos namens ik ga mijn ik ga clients, ik ga heraus morgen. Ik ben nog ziek. I had nothing.
Yeah, you left your job before having clients?
I had nothing.
Okay, fine.
I had nothing. Again, I was always on a budget. I was a very calculated person with money.
So it's gehad etwas like.
Yeah, I mean, I still to this day, I don't use credit cards to do that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But, so, ik ga me allein to win like 3-4 months in that heim. Burger Shama Papa gearbeitet. I mean, she made $400 a week.
Okay.
But at least I gelebt of that.
Okay.
My monthly budget was very low. So, but toen kwam een client gecalled, finally had a client gecalled, I got to the in their heim, and I knew what to do, but I didn't know, too much. Zero experience whatsoever. I've never worked with people. I've never communicated. My communication skills was the worst ever back then. So, but gewoon gooien. And guess what? Eerder gebrengt nog aan. Ik ga wel moeilijk kijken. Vaar ik ongooien. Maar we gaan kijken video's. We zijn bekend als 10. Van einer was hat riesige gyms und riesige Sachen. Da habe ich gesagt, if someone was kendig erfüllen nicht, zultag, this is when you know you made it.
Wow.
So this is when I know I made it. Kennt mich nicht, ich kann ich bin, und zult mich, charge $30 a session then.
Yeah.
So, habe gezult, I gebringt noch einen, aber das hat sich so going slowly, you know. And I got booked up, I hired a trainer, einer von meinen Clients vom gefragt, der will sein a trainer. But this exercise, du bist get an exercise, du bist a trainer. Yeah, why not? Hat es getan, also so hat sich so going gehabt. Noch a trainer, all days, so.
And what do you have now, else? Like, approximately how many trainers, clients, classes? What's the business basically?
Wie viele sessions we do?
Yeah, how many sessions? Yeah, whatever. Like, what did it grow into?
It grew into Baruch Hashem and nice. We have 2 locations in Muncie.
Okay.
We have male trainers, female trainers. We have 22 classes a month that we do. We have 24 classes. That's private classes, friends, businesses.
Right. Okay.
It's nice, you know. I don't feel comfortable sharing everything.
Yeah, man, that's huge,
yeah.
By the way. The way you say it started from 1, and then you have now 2 locations and so viel zehnliche classes.
Guess what?
Amazing.
I think everyone is like that, but I have such a hard time seeing what I have accomplished.
Yeah.
And Marizuk the other day, and I think, yeah, Bashmili Indig actually, so shout out to him. He told me, by the way, you know you're a pioneer in your industry.
Yeah.
And I was sitting like a few minutes on my account, like, Zoekt er zal willen zoeken, and I was like, you know what? No, I am. You know what? It's right, I am, but I have a very hard time looking at what I've accomplished.
Yeah.
Meaning to say, nowadays, I'm not the only trainer anymore. It's enough companies. But I paved the road for a lot of people that didn't even know how to do it. Ich habe gesucht für a friend, my cousin actually, he opened up in Monroe. Ich habe gesucht, TS, ich habe geholfen dort, noch ein Freund, auch in Muncie. Ich habe gegeben ein Book for exercise. Er hat viel nicht keine Ahnung, man kann, er hat 10 exercise, ich meine into it, ich habe keine Ahnung, man kann das voll nicht.
Yeah.
So, and Baruch Hashem, we're growing to something, and we're still growing.
What type of people come to you? Meaning, gapt zich etwas, weckt sich auf ein zu früh, will sein
So we have all types of clientele. We have the clientele was it's a hand to figure out the motivation, weil nicht gegessen bei der Steakhouse. Ein bisschen Themen in der Bauch. So I got mich jetzt texten, muss jetzt tun haben, but they clients they last a Chodesh.
Yeah.
But we have all types. The doctor hat him gefuhren. No, but serious people. No, they want to live healthy. I always tell my clients, it's not about building muscle or verlieren weight. It's to live a healthy life. That's all what it is.
Die erste client was schon bei dir 5-6 Jahre, oder the consistency is the schwerste part?
The consistency is the hardest, but we do have long-running clients.
Yeah.
The reason why it was the hardest, I mean, I used to have, but I stepped away for a long time. I used to be a trainer that had 15 clients a day on my own.
Oh, wow.
But since I started having to work on my business, I stepped away from it. So it took me a long time to figure out that people should trust my trainers, not myself.
Correct.
Zalmen. Like, my trainer says it's just good, if not better than me even.
Yeah, well, this is on job. It is fully...
so it's ich gehe zusammen mit dir, ich schmissen mit dich, ich gehe in a good session, but rather than my trainer, you know, he's going to do a better job than training you than me.
Correct.
So but we have long-running clients, yeah.
Wow. Als greding in budgeten, ich feel with this as ich bin lately geworden introduced. Actually, shout out to Taube Solution. Shout out to Shmili Brody from Brody Floors. Mich introduced to Taube Solution.
My wife actually is doing a course now by Dave Ramsey. The guy been a financial coach.
Oh yeah?
So Dave Ramsey, yeah.
Okay, very nice, ja. Zij nutzen de Every Dollar app, was is durch Dave Ramsey. En ik heb gezien, ik zag het budgeten bij let me just get clear. Met de sessions, het gaat bezahlt varen, met de fact, het gaat downloaden de app. Like, I'm not putting in the charges, I'm not checking the app. But ik want introduced een beetje, zo wat mijn budget en wie wichtig ze is. En in kort, heb ik geen mensen wat budget meint een eindwoord. Ze meint als, die has geen ahnung wie dan geld gaat. Dus je gelijk te daar bestaat job, te daar staat business. Most people have no idea where their money is coming from, like, and this is, wenn ein Mensch hat nicht clarity in einer Sache, ist sehr schwer soll wachsen, sehr schwer soll es enjoyen, when you don't know what's happening. What does budgeting for you mean? Wie sagst du, du bist gut budgeted?
So, it goes back to my childhood, because I've never had anything. So, when I gemacht had dollar, ich gehe ungappen die dollar, ich gehe es machen. It came from an unhealthy place, but it turned into a healthy thing.
Okay.
So, ich meine, also ich kann gefühlen jetzt, für mich personal, I can't see $1 go out. I can't. Ich weine, wenn $1 geht raus. Man kann sagen, I hinted to like $1,000, I wouldn't do anything for you. But I feel $1 is a great fine for us. I don't know.
Yeah.
But so is it. For me, it's you tell the dollar where to go instead of the dollar telling you du bin ich gegangen.
Wow.
Ich such für $1. Ich ga du spenden, ich ga nicht du spenden. Und ich tease mit business auch, but in a smart way. Ich muss like, I mich hat getagt, wusst advertising do, I get away, you know? No, it's not on my budget this month. I'm not gonna do it. Bringing clients, ich verstehe, what is it, but it's not in my budget. And now you have to stay strong to it, because I sag, man kann das tempting. A friend kann doch kommen, will er for a separate. My friend kommt mich jetzt sagen, willst du das noch separate? If you want to pay, I'll do it. I am not paying. I only pay $5, $10. They can gewoon kicken kaart via Coco. I don't care. It's my money. I know what I'm gonna, you know.
Ich habe a goal, ich habe a family, ich habe a life, and money is important for me. Ich gehe nicht max na credit card, weil man darf rausgehen sich enjoyen.
Ich habe keinmal Baruch Hashem das gehabt. For somebody, ich weiß nicht, wie es kommt, because ich kämpfe das ja chassidisch environment, but they pulled to a credit card, I never had it.
Yeah, that's a good thing. So wie mich, ich kann get the pull to a cigarette.
That's good.
Yeah.
So I don't understand credit cards. That it's the points, you know. Any vacation with the comes to afford, can ich auch afford.
Exactly. With the credit card, on the credit card.
So it's for me. The budget thing is a big thing. I think it's. I know it's can budget and it can zoom with the dollar thing. It comes from a strong place in the brain.
Yeah, it's very powerful.
Am I the best at it? No. But at least I know that's my value and I'm doing it. And
yeah,
she does a good job in it.
Oh, she's also good in budgeting?
Baruch Hashem, yeah.
Nice.
She makes sure that this is in check.
Nice.
She also comes from calculated, you know.
Yeah, I'm schon biased, Zalmen. You seem like a wise guy. You have a lot of information. You did a lot of work on yourself. And you speak, I see when you speak of your wife, you have respect, and that's nice to see.
I have much respect because without it, I would never be what I am. Because so many times I feel in business, Umfang, habe ich Gott aufgeben. I wanted to quit it. And sie hat mir gesagt, push on, don't give up. You're not a quitter. Yeah. She believed in me. She still does. So I have much respect for her, for sure. I mean, she's the mother of my kids, and she's my wife, and it's unfortunately, for some reason, in the community, redt man nicht so stark von der Frauen.
Klar nicht, man geht nicht the credit.
Man geht nicht the credit. I mean, I'm always clean. It's thanks to my wife. It's not me. I didn't do it. I don't do laundry. I have a cleaner, you know, it's always not clean. Who did it? Not me. So, of course, it's the most respect. I mean, so, Shulam Baistip, I don't know. Yes, man. I don't know. It's, for jedem is different. I think you have to look in yourself. This is the biggest point. Was ich kann sagen, Tip. And this is me saying it. I've never heard anyone else saying it. I think if you can bring it into the relationship, it's the biggest thing. Ich will look for a client. I look, you know what? That's really deep. Was man wir have to lassen. Und in der Mai, die kickst du für die.
Ich weiß nicht.
It's not a green light. I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
We have to learn to what's meint is hab lieb, chavre die hast dich lieb. Like, the people love themselves. I don't know. So I say, when you get triggered, jeder will get triggered, you know deep down how you want to be treated. Yeah. Even the other person can't see it, you know. So treat your wife when she triggers you the way you want to be treated when you triggered.
Wow.
All right? Because guess what? Our spouses and our kids are the biggest triggers. You're going to get triggered from your wife. You're going to get triggered from your kid. It is normal. You're a human being with feelings, with a heart and mind. You get triggered. But think for a second. I mean, I'm saying it to myself. I got 9 years in marriages, you know. Because then I get to that. If you know your wife, they can say, ich ken mijn vab, geht, and I can. It's not a fun relationship. That's ich ken.
Right.
Ich bin nicht the best expert in it. I still go, you know. But it's to think for a second. Wieso will ich werden getreat?
Right.
But even at my most triggering point, right? Understand me in this. Also ich feed not zweiten.
Right. Very
nice.
Very powerful.
So
very
that's
powerful.
my.
What do you think? Als we sag bucheren was kommen zu dich. And I feel like du sag single bucheren. The probably rents the wing shadigem. Sei schwer. And I agree. Es ist sehr schwer. Like. Ich kann sagen, like, Zana Bucher for 10 Uhr, it says a schwere Sach. For some reason, ich weiß von nicht pinklich was. But what are you seeing? Like, ich halt people are just becoming a little bit more modernized. And for them is like, es ist ein bisschen schwer zu gehen mit der Schaffchen approach. Meaning, für wie viele Menschen sagen Arbeit, so a weniger amount of Menschen, wo das Arbeit für jetzt.
Was redest du von dir?
Like, people,
approach?
Yeah, like, people are more open-minded.
No.
Sie sind nicht, like, viele von den Shows hat sich geöffnet in the dating oder whatever. you're still grateful at these gehata b'show, regular b'show in days?
I tell you, I'm very grateful because being the 20-year-old that I was, I don't think any Marital will you find attractive. Meaning to say back then, right? Visit alle medicators and other things, right? I was good.
Right.
So if my wife found me attractive, I'm very grateful for that.
Right.
And I became a whole different person. I mean, one good trait that I do have, I'm a very flexible person.
Yeah, it's a sound.
I'm very moldable, very easygoing. So, but Baruch Hashem, I got ein Tipp, aber gesucht back then, like, ich ging in Monroe, ich gekauft, geleast a car, mein Mama mit Muri gehabt, ich mach, ich gereizt mit ihr, ich gekauft eine grüne car, eine rote car. And guess what? Ich habe a job, a full-time job in an ice cream store upstate.
Yeah.
So, Marital von der Reinke, Menschen haben mich gesehen, mein Mama mit Muri gehabt und das, ich gekauft a car.
Yeah.
And 3 to 4 weeks after that, ich bin getrokken naar Schillig.
Oh, wow.
So ich habe gesagt, ich will auch Mama damals, you know, ich like in the Monroe Zeitungen, als Gille von Schillig. Wusst du Schillig? Get out, drive, bekomm a job, man soll dich sehen, es wird nach Hause. I mean, you have to really want to be. I think a lot of people want it, because they want something from Zanvar. I mean, it's a lot of people have a gevoel van gas and are you really ready for that?
Yeah.
Face that answer and answer that to yourself. If you're really ready, then you know what to do.
Yeah, right.
You know what to do.
100%.
I mean, I feel like ich allein, ich kick me gewoon and I have a question. This is a business, this is a personal. Deep down, you know the answer to it all.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to face it sometimes.
Right.
Because facing it, you have to do the work.
Wow.
So ich habe struggled auch gehusen werden. Deep down, jeder weiß, es sei schwer. I'm not denying it. But deep down, jeder weiß, nicht I become an open the answer, was man darf.
Right.
But deep down, but ich bin nicht kein Expert in Shadicha, ich bin nicht kein Expert in Date, sondern Expert in Fitness und in Health.
Ich weiß auch nicht, was zu sagen. Von der Bucher, was struggelt und sich dem Schiddig, I don't know. Kol a Schatgan, ich vielleicht kann Schat gewonnen. Was hilft das? Excuse me. Der einzige, was ich sagen, ist Trust in Hashem, I think. I think diese Sache, was bei mir, wenn ich irgendwann mal sagen, like, ich vielleicht auch das a daily affirmation, was ich vielleicht sagen, I'm happy with my relationship status because I know that God is in control. Like when I fully gave it up to Him and I said it verbally and I try to feel it every day, is when ich irgendwann mit daten. Like, so gewesen sehr a powerful moment for me, this fully surrender. I don't think there's etwas physical with the can't stand.
Again, in our community there's not, but it's gefragt, I mean, ich gehe sag mal in the gym, ja, und ich kann a Bucher am Marital, aber zurück, gehe ich zu dem Marital, habe a conversation mit dir.
Yeah, right.
Man teuer, weißt du schon da, man teuer steht all about that. Ich weiß nicht, but siehst du Marital, hast du lieb, sie gefällt dich.
Right, have a conversation.
But again, in our community it's not gonna happen, but that's the real answer to do, because, you know.
Deze had toch ook een andere werter, take ownership a bissel. Meaning, wart nicht nur, dat de telefoon zal klingen in daheim.
Like, ich will even naar business. Hoe zal ik die wart klein zo'n kim? Is het getraaid?
Ja.
Ze gaat, is alles getraaid. Je called business coaching ends. Als je called a client.
Ja, very nice.
Do it. Pak er aan de arbeid. Don't be lazy.
Zalmen, anything else you want to share that comes to mind? A uniqueness wegen dich before we wrap up?
A uniqueness wegen mich, aber es shit mit der client nechten, is actually I'll skip.
Okay. Part 2, Gevre. Kim terug naar part 2. Very nice. Okay, Zalmen, fascinating. Really.
I didn't get to share a lot of my profession with health and fitness.
Right.
I didn't even...
Yeah, man, ich gered the benefits from yes working out, but nicht. But I always say it leaves us for a part 2. Like, I think a lot of people are gonna like this episode and feel appreciative of it. And always say, as I do genig like questions and comments, bin ich always available and welcome to make a part 2. Like, the idea is to get people engaged and excited and to help them with information. So if we can accomplish that, it's kol hakavod.
Yeah, ich kann schon sehen, ich follow him auf YouTube. What is his name? Reviewed iBig podcast.
Yeah, Viggy. Shout out to Viggy.
I got, was is so good.
Yeah. Right. No, Viggy
actually, I love his stuff.
Echt love hem ook. Ik heb gehad op de podcast en me gehad. We made like a cross collaboration. And it is easy. I love him. Like, ik ken hem al zeer nog een lange tijd en he's very funny. Ik meine, ik heb het besal ook gesloten met zijn content. Viggy, we need you. Mag je de content?
Eén zag ik disagree met hem. Gezien hij het interviewd, niet interviewd, hij het reviewed een podcast van een vrouw is erover gekomen. auf the Struggling Podcast.
Ja.
Auch das hat mich sehr gekauft. Ich halte es mit Nuss, ich will es endlich sagen. Wegen sie gehabt am Mann, was sie gewinnt, sexual addiction. Das ist herumgerissen dort, so stark. Und ich glaube, Mensch, if you've never been through sexual abuse, been with someone who's been through, don't even speak, don't even say your opinion.
Yeah.
My answer is because it is so hurtful, and it's so that you have no idea how many people go through life and they don't share. Why don't they share? Because Menschen machen Häusig von es.
Yeah.
And it's hurtful. It's not hurtful. It's not hurtful. It's pitiful almost. Like, for me, a big part of me why I've never shared my story is because I get andere Menschen will reden, oh never, ja, it's rausgekommen da.
Yeah.
But I've learned, you know what? Guess what? I know who I am.
Right.
In my mind, and I know like it's before the guys reden, I don't care anymore.
Correct. And to bottle up, also wie du sagst, to bottle it up is tit mehr wei. Nicht so von keinem, and not to share.
And Mushla Shia Brach is Yossi Brach? Yossi Brach. I go to some podcast saying self-help. I would tell him, you would be surprised how many close friends of you did ayahuasca.
Yeah.
So be careful what you're saying, because not everyone shares. Menschen mit Boerdenpais, from a Gever was in the Sachen, they don't feel comfortable sharing it.
Right.
Because maybe your next friend that sits next to you has done it, and they will feel effen to dich.
Right.
Because they're that. So be careful, be mindful of people.
Yeah.
Because pink vidigas to the struggle and they covers us up, get, and I got over it.
Yeah.
And maybe will erst covering up, will sharing, but because you machst es so days, let people speak.
Right.
So yeah.
Very nice. Gevra, thank you so much for listening and for being here. Thank you for following and being a part of Positivity podcast, and we always appreciate the comments. We always appreciate the likes and the shares. And mention sometimes losing a bonus like a donation. It really means a lot. It helps support the channel.
Can we split the donation? Was it Tana?
Yeah. Good. So,
I had to do it. I know my close friends are gonna laugh at that.
Yeah, laat me zeggen, nu is er aankomen donations bij Hashem. So, and it really means a lot. Again, I want to talk about the membership, Gevra. I'm going to Hashem continue to post every single week extra bonus content, the extra podcasts. And once you join the membership, becomes the access to the WhatsApp group. It's an exclusive WhatsApp group for everybody that is a member on the channel. Can me WhatsApp and Zan in touch. If you're not signed up to my status, there's the link in the description. Ga ook het liken alle Zalmen's information, like on WhatsApp, is on Instagram, at the Instagram, and on business information on website. Ga het liken ook in the description, so you can always check it out over there and get in touch with him if you want to book a training session. More than anything,
If you want to live a healthy life.
Huh?
If you want to live a healthier life.
Want to live a healthier life, yeah. More than anything, again, thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this episode and you leave a comment, a like, it means the world, and we'll continue to give out beautiful episodes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Zalmen, for your time.
Thank you. I realized that the first time I'm looking at the camera right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love face-to-face conversations.
Thank you.
So.
Same. I try to focus on that.
So I've learned one thing, to make eye contact. I've never done that before.
Oh, wow. Because like shame.
I couldn't look people in the face. I always looked away and this. And I've realized, the more I've realized, by the way, I don't know if you go longer, but the more I've realized is people notice that. In my mind, I've never realized that people know it, but the more I've realized it in myself, people notice that.
100%.
So the next eye contact is important.
It's about being present. It's about being in the moment. This is sehr, sehr wichtig.
A firm handshake and give an eye contact. That's,
That's right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.